today's video, I am going to be doing the Women in Horror tag. This is actually a tag that was started by Vicky over at Nightmare Maven. Leave a link to her channel in the description as usual. She actually did this tag last year for Women in Horror Month, and she just recently did a video for it again. So I thought it would be fun to go ahead and do this one as well. So I have the questions, which I will leave down below. They'll be the first pinned comment, just because I don't want to fill up the description too much. But there's just 8 quick questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer these. So the first one is favorite woman horror director. For this one, it's a 2-teamer, but it's the Soska sisters. I may be pronouncing their last name wrong, but I believe that's how it's pronounced. Are also known as the Twisted Twins. They did Dead Hooker in a Trunk, as well as American Mary. They also have a show called Elevator. I don't know if there's any new seasons that are coming out, but I know old seasons were on Netflix in the US. I believe they still are, as well as I believe on Shudder. And I don't know if it's continuing on Shudder. I actually don't use that app. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments below. It's definitely a show I suggest you check out. It's hilarious and spooky and fun. Anyway, but yes, those are my pick for my favorite female horror directors. Favorite Scream Queen, of course, is going to be Neve Campbell. Copying a little bit off Vicky, but we have the same favorite horror film, Scream, so we're going to have similar answers. Favorite Scream Queen is going to be Neve Campbell, of course. Favorite type of female horror character, again, kind of copying off of Vicky, but the anti-final girl, which is kind of a newer concept. Vicky had mentioned that, like, Tree from Happy Death Day is kind of an anti-final girl. So basically a girl who's not your stereotypical final girl. Most final girls are like the good girl, stays a virgin through, well, most of the movie. Sydney. And the anti-final girl is basically the opposite of that. She tends to be the party girl, the labeled slut character that usually dies first in a horror film, and she actually makes it. And I've become quite the big fan of the anti-final girl, and I hope that it's something that does continue as well. So, least favorite type of female character. For this, I put character that means nothing but is put in to throw you off. So basically, this is, I feel like, a common thing that happens in horror films, especially nowadays. The open house, for example, they insert characters that don't really play anything into the story other than to try and throw you off, try and make you think, oh, maybe that person is the person doing this, but in reality they're not, and they really have nothing to do with these characters or the story whatsoever. They're just there to, again, throw you off. So that's kind of my least favorite character in horror films. It's just annoying. It's just this extra person that's there for absolutely no reason, and there's no need, but I get it. Oh well. 5 favorite female horror villain. For this, I put Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. Granted, she's not necessarily a villain. It's kind of not really her fault that she's in the situation that she's in, but she doesn't really try to get help or do anything to change the situation she's in. She just kind of goes along with it, which I get. She's a teenager trying to figure out what the fuck she's going through. But yeah, so I love that movie. I love Megan Fox. Underrated female horror character. For this, I picked an underrated female villain, and for this, I put Lola from The Loved Ones. And I think Vicky actually picked her as her favorite horror villain, which is awesome because I really love that movie. If you haven't seen it, it is on Netflix in the US, and it is fucking fantastic. If you like any sort of kind of torture films, you will definitely love this one. Full on twist from the normal stereotypical person who's torturing. But yeah, Lola from The Loved Ones, she's fucked up, and I love that movie. So, favorite female horror writer. So, I'm not that big of a reader, and I know that this was kind of for, like, she meant, like, books and stuff, not so much writing for, like, films, but I'm sorry I had to change it because, again, I'm not, like, a big reader, so I don't read, like, a lot of horror novels or anything. So I just went with the same answer for my favorite female horror director, which is the Soska twins again. So I think they are fantastic. So I just copied my answer. And then the last one is favorite female horror YouTubers. So I actually did an entire video on this. Leave a link to in the description below. Basically a list of my favorite female horror YouTubers. Just to name off a couple for this video. Of course, Vicky herself, Emma from Spooky Astronauts, Casey from Homicidal Homemaker, Susan from Hello Gal or Hello Gal's Susan, Lindsay from Mother Mayhem, Vanessa from Hello Horror, of course. I talked about the fact that she's one of the first people that I really kind of started watching in the horror community. Again, all my blabbering about these beautiful ladies will be in the description below, so you can check that out. And I highly suggest you do, so you can get a list of other awesome female horror YouTubers to check out. But yeah, that is all the questions, and those are all my answers. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this. Please do give it a big old thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Before I go, I want to do a quick shout out to my Patreons, which of course are Vicky from Nightmare Maven, and my most recent one, which is good old Scuba Steve. Thank you guys so much for being Patreon. If you want to know how to become one and all the benefits, link in the description below, along with all of my other social media as usual. Thanks so much again for watching this,